There we go. Awesome. We are officially live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. Oh, my goodness. I am so thrilled, so stoked to be sitting down with the one and only Dr. Katina Manning tonight. She's tuning in from Boston, Massachusetts, and she is going to come to us and just bring us words of wisdom and connection and creativity. It is going to be an amazing conversation about unique gifts that we have and how to really share those with the world. All right. So when we come back, I'm going to go share this all over the internet. And when we come back, I'm going to give Dr. Katina the floor to share a little bit of self, her chiropractic experience, and where she came, where she's going. All right. We will be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. To Inspire Women is the elite boutique coaching company for chiropractors who are looking to live life and run business in a way that is personal, unique, and authentic. They focus on business systems and money mindset mastery so you can pay down debt, be more profitable, and serve more people. Their goal is to empower you to achieve success by your own rules and your own definition. Head to toinspirewomen.com now because they know there's a better way. Chiro HD, superior cloud-based practice management software, is an all-in-one EAM built with a mission to help run your practice like a boss. Learn more at HD.com. Total Clinic Solutions, you go to source purchasing both brand new and refurbished chiropractic equipment, as well as phone support for repairs and maintenance. Call Derek and allow him to combine your wishes and his 23 years of chiropractic equipment expertise to find what's best for you and your patients at 704-622-4089 or head to totalclinicsolutions.com now. It's time that chiropractors look beyond spinal alignments and measured the nerve connections that keep our patients feeling strong and performing at their peak. CLA designed the Insight scanning technologies to transform exams and generate powerful reports that give practitioners for. Learn how CLA is practiced download by Innate.com. Spinal hygiene products are designed the importance of lifetime spinal. To learn more how spinal hygiene products work and to download the patient education material for free, visit spinalhygiene.co. Again, that's spinalhygiene.co. Easily share your passion for chiropractic and look good doing it with Above Down Apparel, offering a premium lineup of principled apparel that's impossibly soft, sustainably sourced, and chiropractic AF. Visit abovedown.co and follow them on Instagram to learn more and score yourself some sweet chiro swag. Allow amazing control and flexibility of your scheduling. Yes, your next new year. The aspect of when and where you service your customers is at your command. Sked is tightly integrated with your existing EHR system. This software was made by a chiropractor specifically for chiropractic. No joke. Go check out their latest care plan feature by heading to go.sked.life/legendarypod. Dr. David Toohill is an innovative product and marketing strategist, bridging the gap between your vision and strategic plan. He will help you design specific products and processes that are both scalable and set up to produce long-term revenue and growth. He has previously worked with influencers that include Dr. Josh and many with Dr. Dave today by heading to meetwithdrdave.com. Training the best adjusters on the planet, Syntropy has engineered naturally. From the energetics to the mechanics, they've hacked the code to shorten your learning curve on the road to masterful adjusting. To find a seminar near you, head to syntropychirotraining.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. We're live with Dr. Katina Manning, tuning in from Boston, Massachusetts. And I could not be more thrilled for the conversation that is to come this evening. But Doc, without further ado, please, I invite you to the virtual floor to take the mic and share a little bit about yourself, who you are, and coming up in the future.
Thank you for getting our chiropractors together and sharing wisdoms from around the world timers and young timers and experiences, and you're helping the field. You're helping, and this is actually what we're doing. We're here to build the field, and we're here to build goodness. We're here to bring in the innate gifts that are given to us inherently, and we're here to cultivate them, and we're here, literally, gifts come from innate, and we're here to cultivate, and we're here to integrate love into hate, hate into love, hate into love. Here that we're and is what I want to play with tonight. And so I want to, you asked, where did gifts kind of start from? When I was a little girl, actually, I didn't know that I had gifts. None of us really realize we have gifts until they actually get cultivated. So when I was asked, when did you know that you had a gift, Katina? I had to answer, no, I don't know. So I started to look back, and what I realized is that when I was a little kid, I would find broken birds, because we lived in the city, and you'd always have a bird, and around to pick up CPR them, or blow in their mouth, or do something, or bring them home and mend a wing, free. And that innate desire to help something that needs help is one of our biggest gifts. It's the gift of love. It's the gift of caring and sharing and kindness and healing. And then, as I was still a little kid, my mom, who was a village woman with no education because they went through war, so they would do village medicine. That was what, if my dad had a headache or his feet were swollen or needed to be done, it was my mom. You have a headache? Go make it go. To an 8-year-old, that makes no sense.
Right.
But when you think about it, it does make sense, because when someone believed in me, my mom believed that I would do something, and it was expected, and it is already done. It is set into action. Go make your father's headache go away. You can make him better, I know. But Mom, I want to go out and play. Egging it. It's done, she says. Do it. So with that, as a child, I can remember, okay, I'd pull his ears, I'd fiddle with something, I would let my hands poke around. He'd fall asleep, yay, headache was gone, I could go out and play. So if we all look back into the history of how we've grown up, and little things that we would do, help an old lady across the street, feel your neighbor needed something, and you literally would just bring them flowers or just say hello or check up on them. That was hugely important. And into our past and and how we were cultivated, where we ended up becoming today. Personally, when I grew up, I was going to go pre-med. So couldn't stand hospitals. Didn't like the fact that we stood 10 feet away from the patient. We weren't allowed to touch them, poke them, probe them. Thank God I heard a chiropractor speak, and he made a lot of sense. So I introduced myself, I got a job there, and I loved it. I was doing applied kinesiology, I was tapping, I was running, I was dark school, anything to share the gift of moving life force, connecting with the chi that we are, connecting with our source, and helping that energy to move through our body. So from there, I ended up going to chiropractic school. Actually, before I went to chiropractic school, I would adjust people, because I could watch my chiropractor and I would mimic what he was doing. I'd come home, run the little tests, find what needed to have some tension relieved, and I would mimic it. So my family members and friends became my first patients even before. So innate gifts, they're inside of us. So that's where I realized we're always there, and I cultivated them. So present day, 29 years in practice, I get to teach around the world. I've gotten to see miracles. We don't realize how much of a change that we are able to create into somebody, okay? Because the gifts that are inside people, when they get stuck, when they get lost integration, when they the person not in. And this chiropractor is a wonderful gift of putting our hands on them and finding places that help. That where there's a disharmony, there's a disconnect, and we fiddle with it, and we push it, and we pull it, and we integrate it, and oh my goodness, the tension relieves. Kevy, can I have this house alone? Kev, can you go? And so these innate gifts are really, really, well, they're necessary. They're necessary, and they're kind, and they're important. And so what I did is I started to think, how do I teach someone paper and body, mind, spirit across the top? Okay. And sit with yourself, and I'm going to throw some words out and start listing your gifts. Okay. Because as you become aware of them and you cultivate them and you search them out, you get better with them. So let's start with body. What has your body got? It's strong, it's agile, it knows how to heal, it's beautiful, it grows, it changes, it adapts. This piece of equipment that we live in is powerful. It has an anabolism. It is able to pick up vibration and integrate it and learn from it. Okay? These are gifts that we literally have to cultivate, because as a chiropractor, you need your body to be healthy, you need it to be nourished, we need it to work it, we need to honor it. So take the gifts of your body, become aware of them, write them down, because eventually when they're touching a, they cannot connect with those things. They cannot connect with their gifts. They may say, oh, my body's bad, it's sick, terrible, it fails me all the time. We allow the client to speak with their beliefs, and then because you have found your gifts inside of yourself, you can help them change their belief system, that their body is stuck. And it may feel like it's failing you, but it's really adapting, and it's creative, and it's strong, and it's so reliable. Your body. And so writing down these words, what your boss. And then we got mind. So I got body and spirit. How about mind? What about my mind? Start writing down words. How would you describe your mind? Creative, curious, balanced, anxious, fearful, or peaceful? Does it relate? Does it correlate? Yes. My mind learns. My mind desires to learn. My mind is creative. So we take all these, we write them down, cultivate them. Claiming these words is going to help you find that in your client, because first you have to find it in ourselves. My mind has focus. Or do I tell it, oh, my mind's a pain in the ass. My mind is stupid. My mind is a bitch. My mind is anxious. My mind is crazy. Well, not really, okay? It may have those aspects, but if I cultivate those beliefs, I'm going to screw myself. What do I want to cultivate in my mind? Creative, excessive, gifts of the mind. Then, okay, my innate, my source, my spirit. Okay, what are your gifts? What are the gifts that we claim? What are the gifts that are inside of me and that I want to fill my field with? I want to fill my home. I want to fill my office. I want to ooze these things out of me. My spirit. Oh, my spirit. My spirit is reliable. My spirit is always there. My spirit is a powerful healing tool. My spirit is, my spirit is knowledge, and it works wisdom. What else does my spirit have? Oh, my courage. Okay? And we're asked to have an awe for life. Okay? My spirit is in awe of life and creation. So by claiming these aspects of myself, I get to bring all these gifts around me and in me. And my job is to cultivate them. Because I need my gifts to be fun, grateful, independent, and expansive. So how do I cultivate these guys? What am I going to do? Again, if I look at my body, on the bottom of my page I wrote, boy, what am I going to do to cultivate my gifts of my body? I'm going to eat good, sleep good, drink water, get adjusted, have good attitude, have good thoughts. What else am I do for my body? I'm going to challenge it, okay? It's the most important thing you're going to do to your body, you're going to do to your mind, you're going to do to your spirit, is we have to challenge it and put a greater, that's how it's allowed to grow. And I go, okay, how do I cultivate my mind? Oh, because it sometimes wants to be a chatterbox. And sometimes it wants to take me down a rabbit hole somewhere else. So I create games for myself. For my mind, I have a little game, I call it the ABCs. I'm going to be aware of my thoughts. And then B, oh boy, I'm going to breathe with them. I'm going to be and breathe with my thoughts. A, B, C. Oh, C, I have conscientious choice. I can listen to it, or just sit down and make a different choice of peace, harmony, kindness. Okay. Remember, words have power. So the words that we choose to speak, to fill ourselves with, and to fill our field with, will create an imprint, will create a resonant tone. And I know you've all experienced where you've walked into someone's house and you go, oh my goodness, it feels so nice in here. It has such nice energy. Okay? A lot of nice things have happened there. Then you can go someplace else and you go, ooh, it doesn't feel good here. There's something going on. We should trust that. That's innate. That's a gift of your spirit. My spirit energy, I call it my spirit energy. For me, every day. I like reading Psalms. They're warrior chants. How else do I cultivate my spirit? I cultivate my spirit by listening to good things. I listen to Joe Dispenza, and I just do all kinds of good things for my spirit and my mind and my body. And it's important to be aware of when one of my gifts is being squashed, being abused, not heard. I'm not being thoughtful. I'm not thoughtful with my gifts. It's usually I'm subluxating. And this is where I've got to go, oh my goodness, something's up. I need kindness because I'm not practicing kindness. When I'm not practicing kindness, I'm subluxated. I'm in disharmony. And this is where I've got to look, how do I cultivate? Boy, I get adjusted. I start eating better. I realize, boy, I've been eating pie every night. No wonder I'm a bitch every morning when I wake up. Okay, I've got to cultivate the good that is given to me. I often play a game. I say, well, if I were God and we were given this piece of equipment and we were going to mold it all together, what would I put into it? What would I put into the body? What would I put into the mind? Because as God, I've got to give it some phenomenalness into the spirit and into its innate, that it can always rely upon. That's the thing that we have as our greatest gift, is that the innate spirit, the innate force that flows within each individual and every client that we have, that gift is 2%. And as chiropractors, what we're putting our hands on people's bodies, and we're hearing and feeling and touching places that are dissonant, that are disruptive, that are dead, that are blocked, that are not breathing, that are dying. Innate is alive. Our gifts are alive through nurturing them, through bringing awareness to them. And I would say compliment them too. Okay, pat them on the back. So often I'll hear people go, "Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I effed up," and they'll go on and on and on and on. And it's very bad. Okay, it's not nice. It's not a nice thing. Would you say that to your child? Would you say that to someone that you love? Okay, and perhaps when we're saying these things to ourselves, it's because we don't love ourselves at that moment. Okay, we're subluxated. Okay. When we fall out of a loving, gentle kindness of self and of humanity, then what's happening is literally innate is not flowing. Okay? Innate, and what gifts came up for you while we were talking about these gifts?
Oh, man, I absolutely love everything you've said. And actually, I wrote down so many notes. I don't know if we can see that here, but I wrote down so many notes, Doc. That was amazing. So I hope that if you're just tuning in now, I hope that you go back and you watch this and you listen to Dr. Katina, because she is a breath of fresh air in regards to the healing process and just watching you and pull things, right? And it's just like, that's you have such a gift in that, right? And that's powerful. And I want to run a couple notes that I took down. When we come back, we're going to thank some sponsors. When we come back, I'm going to run you through some of the notes that I took. There are some powerful key takeaways here that I want everyone to walk away with, because we can't leave any value on the table here. So we'll be right back, and give us one moment to share these sponsor thank you messages. Every chiropractic clinic needs a compliance program. If you are not sure what that includes or why you need one, let Dr. Robin from RHDC Consulting help you build your chiropractic compliance. If you are ready to get started, head to robin-hale.mykajabi.com and let Dr. Robin guide you to the end result. Dr. Christy Wick is revamping the landscape of women's chiropractic coaching. With a focus on connection and congruence, she's on a mission to empower Lady DCs across the nation to create bold, successful lives and practices their way. Get started today by visiting theilluminatedsquad.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Fantastic. We are back live with Dr. Katina Manning, and I am beyond thrilled that first opening segment was what it was. And like I told Doc before we hopped on this interview, we're just going to let it go where it goes, right? This is going to be completely organic. And that actually just happened every second of it. So I do have some notes down, some key takeaways here. Number one, there's 3 I's that I wrote down. And I always think that's interesting when, you hear somebody talking and you're like, whoa, those are 3 good points. And they all start with the same letter. There's got to be something there, right? Like, there's got to be something there. So I wrote down innate, right? We have innate within us. We have innate around us. We have innate within the clients that we're helping on the table. And then we have intuition. Intuition is the other I. And when you were talking about, helping dad with it was, okay, mom told you to do so, but then it was in the process of like, we have to help dad so that we can, it was almost a survival thing for you. It was like, we have to help dad so that we can go out and play and be, an 8-year-old, right? And then when you put your hands on him and you were, tapping and feeling and mimicking what your doc was doing, the intuition that it took is where I came up with that other I, was like the intuition that it took. It just led your hands somewhere. And when you were 8 years old, when you older and chiropractor and starting to learn these things, so it was pure that was, protecting you, but also intuition that was guiding your hands across the health journey of your dad. And then it was integrating it, right? It was integrating, okay, now that I've tapped here or done this, right? I'm sure when you went back to help your dad again with another headache, it was somewhat of the same process, right? Because now you're starting to integrate some of these pathways and be like, okay, if I tap here however many times and rub here and do these things, and you start to learn that healing path for them and start playing that more and more. So that was really, really powerful. There were 3 eyes, there were 3 things, and then I wrote down the note, and it really stuck with me because you kind of nonchalant, but it was, I kind of took it and ran with it. But how you speak to yourself will oftentimes manifest in others and your environment, right? And so if we start talking to ourselves, like you kind of emphasize that words are truly powerful. And I think a lot of us can be like, oh yeah, words are powerful. But when we think about how we talk to ourselves and the how you had us do that exercise of mind, body, spirit, and really understand ourselves, how does it come through the table and your hands when you're actually, touching somebody, connection, and through all of these different things that we do as chiropractors that are a part of the healing process, how is what you wake up and tell yourself in the morning affecting you through that healing process of somebody else throughout the day? That's really interesting. And I think that's a tough question for people to answer because sometimes it does get more about, especially in chiropractic, it gets more about the business or more about the at-home life or more about the vacation life or the time freedom life or all of these different things that I can just go on a tangent about. And then we forget about the between you and as the guest on your table, right? So it's really interesting and it was powerful. So I hope some of my tips and it's helpful for people out there. And I hope, Doc, that you enjoyed that as well. And I thank you. Like, I literally thank you so much for that opening scene because I think it's important to watch that process of creativity and creation come to light. So I appreciate you for that.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And it'll empower. We must be empowered if we're going to lead our clients across their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I'm known for is going deep with people. And people from the world, they come and they stay for a couple of minutes, do some work, they get to where they got to go. And so what I realize is with clients, we've got to go deep with ourselves. And we've got to go deep into the 3 aspects of our being.
Mm-hmm.
And keeping it simple. And being a good parent to ourselves. Okay. We've got to encourage ourselves and take it easy on the judgment. I'm not making as much money as Mr. Jones, and that chiropractic office is making blah, blah, blah. And all the silly mind chatters and expectations allow to leak in. Bring in if it's going to help you challenge you a little, like chutzpah, a game, like a sport. Oh yeah, okay, good. He's doing it that way. Let me learn from him, and maybe I can mimic what he's doing, and maybe I'll go ask them how he's doing that, and that'll help me.
Mm-hmm.
But once it becomes a comparison, and I got to do better than, you're not gonna.
Right.
We'll actually screw ourselves. I deal with a lot of the young chiropractors when they want to open a business or they've had a business and they say things to me like, oh, I don't know what to do with a client. I don't know. I don't think my good. But if we, as their doctor, to the table with an agenda, okay, that's that you're going to serve the client.
Right.
And even though you're not saying it, the client is going to feel that and see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's really important that as we come to the table, we come to our office, that we're really clear. We're clear, we're calm, we're connected, and we're joyous. I'm going to take you off on a little tangent.
I love
the way the brain works. Okay, so the brain is pretty much 3 aspects. It's the primitive brain, then the next chunk is the limbic brain, and then there's Mr. Smartass cerebral cortex who knows it all. Well, cerebral cortex is cross-crawl. We cannot use cerebral cortex well unless we use limbic brain. And nothing will happen and get integrated unless we have primitive brain that's safe. Okay? We need safety, joy, and wisdom. So by using this brain-body connection, and particularly using the brain, making sure you're safe, making sure you're joyous, making sure you're smart, not a smart ass, but just you're going to take all that wisdom that you learned in school and you learned from every experience in life, and you're going to bring these three parts of your brain to the table. And with that excitement and with that menu, when you go to the table, just experience the client's patterns to be able to come up and show you their stuff. And you help them through their stuff and really help them connect back to the gifts that are inside of them, that are inside of their body, that are inside of their mind, and that naturally flow through their innate and their spirit. So
100%.
Safety, joy, and wisdom. Come to a table every time. Safety, joy, wisdom. Safety, joy, wisdom. Use those three little tones, and it'll make it safe for you, and it'll make it joyous and amazing for the client that you're going to be working with.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do, we're going to tune to the last sponsor thank you break. And then when we come down to really give people a sense of can you reach out to you, want to get in touch with you, or if they want to, attend one of your seminars. You've been doing a lot of stuff lately, and I really want students especially to connect further with you, okay? So when we come back, we're going to give you the opportunity to do that.
Thank you, Johnny.
Dr. Stu Hoffman, founder and president of ChiroSecure Malpractice Insurance, is the foremost expert in both risk management and risk avoidance. Understanding the everyday challenges of today's practicing chiropractor and the current public perception of chiropractic has made ChiroSecure the fastest growing malpractice insurance program of the last 28 years. Find out more at chirosecure.com. Imaging Services' primary business is chiropractic solutions. With over 45 years in the industry of helping chiropractors, Michael Tokash offers free consultations on building your business. In the past year, Imaging Services has installed over 100 X-ray machines and digital X-ray systems in over 42 states across the United States. For more, head to theimagingservices.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. So, Dr. Katina, please, I would love people to further connect with you, attend your seminars, do some of your virtual healings that you're doing right now. With everything going on in the world. And I would really, really love, I'm going to drop the link that you have given us down at .org. You can find her there. And I want you to rush through what they can on that.
So forgive me, I'm connect with me on Messenger or text, never email me. And the drkatina.org. I've got two little seminars. Most of my seminars I canceled and my mission trips for a number of months now, but I've August. In August, around August 15th, I'm going to be down in Dallas, Texas, down there at the school, and I'm going to do a Dr. Katina multidimensional play shop and take you through connecting yourself and some BGI. I love osseous adjusting. I love globally adjusting the human body. So this is where I'm going to share and ripen your gifts. So August 15th, and then in the first weekend in August 1st and 2nd, Dr. Lauren Kodak and myself are going to be doing a play shop together. And again, it'll be all about adjusting and connecting with people. So those two things are happening in August. I haven't put them up on the website yet because we're figuring out the stuff still. Yep. But Atlanta and Texas, and if you want me to come to your neighborhood, you want me to come to your area, and we'll create something.
So that link is below, drkatina.org, and you can find out more. You can follow her on Facebook and reach out to her. Like she said, Messenger is a great way to get in touch with her if you're interested in having her in your neighborhood. Like she said, she's got a couple events coming up And with everything as crazy as it is right now, she's waiting to update the website and just figure out what that looks like. So I appreciate you, Doc. Thank you so much for being on the show. It was a pleasure hosting you. It was an honor, honestly, hosting you. And I encourage everybody who's watching this right now to not only go to drkatina.org and check out everything that she's been up to, but also you can head to legendarychiro.com, and that will take you to a landing page. You keep up with everything that we're doing and get access to content done already. This is season 6, episode 8. So we've been doing this for a while, and we just want to keep giving back to the chiropractic community, and especially our oversold to students and our underserved students. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Dr. Katina, thank you so much for being on the show.
God bless you, Johnny. Keep doing the good work. You're spreading the love.
Appreciate it.
Bless you.
Bye, everyone.